Welcome. This is David Boles, Human Meme. Today's topic, David Boles Bells, a recantation. Well, my human meme friend, I realize today that I may have misled you in the past. I did not know at the time I was misleading you. I guess I was first misleading myself. In the past, in this Human Meme podcast, and on my davidbolesblogs.com website as well, I was, and still am, a great promoter of fitness. And I do the best I can to promote good health, and I do that more now by necessity than choice. As you may know, as we age, we only decline in ability and strength. It's pretty much true that a 40-year-old is just not as strong as a 20-year-old. Unless, of course, we, the oldsters, are able to force our bodies into resurrecting the power of our wasted youth. Now, this misleading of you of which I speak, well, that happened when I was telling you about some fitness apps and some exercise plans in the past that appeared to work really well until, that is, I discovered the power of the kettlebell. Ah, yes, the kettlebell. Those cannonballs with handles. The first test, as I understand it, of Russian manhood and womanhood and personhood is being able to press a heavy kettlebell above your head from the clean position. And oh sure, I've had kettlebells around forever here and there. I just never really got into them much because I found them heavy, oddly shaped, clunky, and dangerous. And then, as I aged into this body and mind, I slowly began to realize that while I could do aerobics and push-ups and weightlifting relatively well, my overall strength and stamina were no longer what they used to be, and that not only bothered me, but that concerned me. And I wondered back, why in high school? Why was I able to lift so much more weight than I can lift now? I was now half as strong as I used to be a half century ago. So I decided to try to figure this out. I needed to not just get fitter, fast, but stronger as well. And I learned in my research the body, our bones, need outside weight to get strong and then build strength. But how do we get there? Is it possible to retake your youthful strength back after the age of 50? Well, right now, I am 56 years old, and I quickly discovered that by continuing to eat right and to maintain proper protein intake, yes, it is possible to gain back some of your youthful strength. But I knew it was going to be difficult because at the time a lot of this was going on, we were in the middle of a pandemic. COVID-19 was covering the world. All the gyms were closed. And it was then that I did a deep dive into kettlebells. Hard to find and buy a kettlebell in the middle of a pandemic because you're not the only one thinking like that. But I found some, bought them, worked with them. I found the right ways to use them to improve my health. And I quickly discovered kettlebells are the perfect bit of metal for use in an apartment or a small area in your home. You don't need a gym to kettlebell. You just start moving the bell, safely of course, and the body follows the lead of your motion in a very small and restricted space. And kettlebells, unlike any other exercise program, challenge you by swinging, cleaning, pressing, squatting heavy weight in a compact package. And yes, kettlebells are oddly shaped. Their handle can be difficult to grip. It's a challenge to learn how to hold and move the kettlebell in your hand. The weight distribution of the bell matters against your body. but it's all learnable. It just takes a little bit of time. And when you start to get there, you quickly realize kettlebells give you a full-body cardio and aerobic workout in 20 minutes. Plus, you get traditional strength conditioning as well, all with a single kettlebell. And if you want to speed up and double your transformation, well, pick up 2 kettlebells instead of 1. Within a couple of weeks of starting a dedicated kettlebell training program, I had lost 10 pounds of fat and put on 7 pounds of muscle. I found it wondrous that my strength increased exponentially. I felt as though I were retaining my youthful bliss just by moving around a heavy piece of iron to and fro in my living room. And my blood pressure dropped several points on the top and the bottom, all in likely response to my blood vessels and arteries and muscles being put under a little more safely tested stress. And that improvement in health happened by using more of a weight load than what I was able to manage through simple body weight exercises alone. And yes, my kettlebell transformation is so amazing, I wanted to share these results with you. And that is what led me to creating my first new website and blog in many years, called bolesbells.com. And that new website and blog, all available to you right now on the internet. Yes, the focus of the information is on those of us who are over 50 years old and not yet ready to give back the world to the 20-year-old strong people. We who are older, and always better and wiser, have more special concerns when it comes to working out with kettlebells. I don't see myself as a trainer. I feel more like an information broker. You're looking for answers. I may have them. I may be able to help you. And beware that kettlebells are heavy. Kettlebells can hurt you. Kettlebells are not for the innocent or the wicked of heart. However, with the right training and the right inspiration, you can get really strong and really thin fast. Kettlebell results are verifiable and quite incredible. And so, my human meme friend, I invite you to join me at bolesbells.com. Just visit, poke around, see what's happening. We, the over 50 crowd, need to realize that while we want to be stronger and better, that doesn't always translate into being as strong as the younger kids. Our shoulders weaken as we age. Our knees crack. Our ankles can turn on us. And as I say on my bolesbells.com about page, this bolesbells.com website reflects the ever-changing color and ongoing tone of our aging lives. Gray skin, white hair, and black hearts. And so, as we travel into kettlebells, we need to be careful, but we cannot be scared or anxious or overwhelmed. And we need to rest between workout days. We need to get at least 7 hours of sleep a day. Heck, for 2 decades, I survived on about 4 to 5 hours of sleep a night, if you can believe that. I was alive, but not really living, and at times that amount of short sleep sort of degraded my body over time and my ability to think. 4 hours of sleep is not enough for anyone. Most especially, I now know me, and I learned that lesson the hard way, with the consequences of high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and a loss of muscle mass, and a bit of increased fat. Yes, writing on deadline is fun on the mind and hard on the body. Sometimes you sit for hours and hours and you just never get up because you can't. But we must get up, stand up. We must walk around. We must put our bodies in motion to keep our minds alive. And remember all that bad stuff, all those terrible habits you had growing into your aging. Well, once it's stuck to you, those decisions tend to cling to you forever. But hope is not lost. You can change all that a bit with the right attitude and a kettlebell in hand. Take your time learning the right form and technique. Find your way. Get a good kettlebell workout plan in place that you like. And having a good plan means getting the right set of weights, picking a movement plan and sticking to it for weeks, and sometimes even months, before you change and add more kettlebell weight to your routine. Patience is important to your form and to preventing injury. You will start with a lightweight bell and work your way up to something heavier. There's no rush to add weight. Rushing, impatience, just leads to pushing, and pushing leads to injury. You should enjoy your workouts. Kettlebell workouts should not hurt you in any way. But you may get some discomfort the next day as your body wakes up to the new challenges of a kettlebell workout and the stresses and challenges it places on your muscle and bone. If the next morning after your first few kettlebell swing sessions, the back of your legs are sore, well, you are doing it right. However, if your back is sore, your lower back, or if your arms are really, really sore, more than just a little bit sore, then maybe you did it wrong, and maybe you need to make some safety corrections before you hurt yourself even more. You will know what's going on. It's your body. And once again, I apologize if I have promoted other ways to exercise over the years in the past that are now rendered null and void with this kettlebell's inducement of you. All those recommendations in the past were valid and safe and effective in context. But sometimes we found upon something we didn't know anything about. And now that you know we know, well, we have to make it clear that sometimes, just sometimes, you just don't know until you know. See you soon, I hope, on bolesbells.com. Thank you for listening. Be a human meme.